Hey guys, today I'm going to be making a video on what does Valleyfair need to become a better park. Now, I understand that most of the stuff that I'm going to be saying will be pretty unlikely, and the reason why I'm saying that is this is one of the 4 neglected Cedar Fair parks, and out of all the 4, it probably is the most neglected, at least in roller coasters. And in flat rides, they actually have quite a bit, but we're going to get to that in just a second. Valleyfair is a Cedar Fair park located in Shakopee, Minnesota. If I pronounced that wrong, sorry about that. And they have a solid collection of rides, but they really could use some TLC. So we're going to go over what they could add, if they ever do, which I doubt it, but you never know, and what could be a good fit at the park. So let's get started. Now let's get started with their roller coasters. They have 8 roller coasters. Their roller coasters are Renegade, which is a GCI wooden coaster, Wild Thing, a Morgan hyper coaster, much like Mamba, Steel Venom, which is an intimate impulse coaster, which actually has a holding brake on it, Excalibur, which is like an aero upscale mine train, High Roller, which is an old school wooden coaster, Corkscrew, which is an aero corkscrew with a loop, Mad Mouse, which is an aero wild mouse, which is pretty rare nowadays, and Cosmic Coaster, which is their powered coaster, aka their kitty coaster. Now let's move on to their flat rides. They have Delirious, which is a Larson Super Loop. Now normally you'd think that would be at a Six Flags park, but anyway. North Star, which is a Funtime Star Flyer, also meant to be at a Six Flags park, but okay. Power Tower, which is an S&S Space Shot, Ripcord, which is a Sky Coaster, and Extreme Swing, which is an S&S Scream and Swing. And finally, we're going to go over their family rides, like their notable family rides. They have antique cars, they have a carousel, a Ferris wheel, they have flying eagles, they have a train around the park. It doesn't take you from one place to another, it's just a regular train ride. And they have Planet Snoopy, like almost every other Cedar Fair park. Michigan's Adventure. I mean, they are getting it this year, but anyway. So, how is the roller coaster lineup? It's not terrible. They have 8. It's really not that bad. Renegade looks like a great GCI. Wild Thing is a solid Morgan Hyper. Steel Venom, there's many intimate impulses out there. Excalibur is pretty rare. It's the only other 2 that are like it are Gemini at Cedar Point and Matterhorn bobsleds at Disneyland. Very unique ride. I hope they don't get rid of it anytime soon, but I'm thinking that they are with the water park expansion. But you never know. High Rollers is a solid Woody. Corkscrew is just, well, corkscrew coaster. Mad Mouse, and Cosmic Coaster is also kind of eh. Their Thrilling Flat Rides is actually not bad for Cedar Fair Park. Yes, I understand that some of them are meant for Six Flags parks, but that's what makes this park unique. I like that they have a Funtime Star Flyer, not a Windseeker, even though I do prefer Windseekers to Star Flyers. They have a Power Tower, much like many other Cedar Fair parks, including Cedar Point and Worlds of Fun. And Ripcord basically at almost every other Cedar Fair park. And an Extreme Swing isn't at too many Cedar Fair parks. It's at Cedar Point. That's really all the ones I know that they have it at. But anyway, and their family rides, they're solid. And they have a Planet Snoopy, which is pretty cool too. So, since they have 8 coasters, what coasters do they need? Now, unlike Worlds of Fun, Valleyfair doesn't have as much land to work with. They still have a decent amount, but it's not a ton. Now, let's just go over some of the coasters I could see them getting. First, they definitely need some sort of B&M, and what kind of B&M? I definitely think a B&M inverted coaster would work very well here. Unfortunately, that would mean they would probably have to use the vest restraints, because, you know, Cedar Fair Park Banshee has them, and the dive coasters have them, which does kind of suck, but yeah. A B&M invert would work very well, and even though B&M hasn't built a ton, they are building Blue Harvest at Gröna Lund over in Sweden, so at least they're still thinking of building them, and even though this most likely will not happen, I definitely think it would be super cool if Valleyfair got a B&M invert. I've always thought it would be like a green color scheme for some reason. I literally have no clue why. Maybe to fit like Wild Things color scheme. I don't know. It would just be a really good color scheme for a B&M invert. And it would have a lot of versions. Pretty intense ride, I guess, if it doesn't have the vest. But yeah, I definitely think a B&M invert would by far be the best fit here. My next one would be a Mauer or a Mock spinning coaster. This one isn't as likely because they do already have a Wild Mouse, which Mauer and the Mock spinning coasters are kind of similar, but they're more intense. So I definitely think that would be nice, and they don't have too many family coasters. They just have their Wild Mouse, and Cosmic Coaster's their kitty coaster. So really, they only have one family coaster, which is kind of odd. You'd think they have maybe some more, but it's a small Cedar Fair park. I could honestly see this park getting an RMC Raptor potentially in the future, maybe a clone of Railblazer or a mirror image, or maybe a custom layout. Like I said, Valleyfair doesn't have a ton of space, So, and RMC Raptors are very compact, so it would work very well at this park. But again, Cedar Fair isn't really willing into doing this stuff. But let's just say if it did happen, then an RMC Raptor, out of all the Cedar Fair parks, it would probably work the best at, in my opinion. Next up, we have a Skyrocket 2, and this one would also be cool because they only have one launch coaster at the moment, that's Steel Venom, and it's an Infinite Impulse, and those can easily be relocated. So if Steel Venom ever got removed and they need another launch coaster, a Skyrocket 2 would work very nicely. Do they need any more flat rides? Honestly, I really don't think they do. They have a great collection of flat rides, and it's better than some other Cedar Fair parks. Michigan's Adventure. But yeah, they really aren't that bad, and I like the unique selection. They have a Larson Super Loop and the Funtime Starflyer, which definitely makes this park different from other Cedar Fair parks out there. But if I did have to say a thrilling flat ride that could come to this park, I could definitely see a Slingshot coming here, but I could definitely see that coming to every Cedar Fair park. And also dark rides. Dark rides, they could use maybe a Boo Blasters or maybe a Troutech, but I think Cedar Fair is done with Troutechs at this point. Any family rides? Wouldn't that be pretty cool? And I'm surprised they didn't take advantage of this yet. Since this park is right by the Minnesota River, I could definitely see them doing like a mini boat ride around the river, and it'd be kind of cool. But I don't know if like the river floods the park very often. I've heard that it does, so maybe they might not do that. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't, but I wouldn't be surprised if they do, because that would be really cool. Any coaster removals? Two that I could see being removed, excluding Excalibur, because if they remove Excalibur, it won't be for a new coaster. I could see them removing Corkscrew, because it takes up a decent amount of space. It goes over water, and it'd be kind of cool if they added maybe like the spinner coaster in that area. I don't know. And then Steel Venom would also be a good candidate for removal, because they can easily relocate to another park, but at the same time, they need their launch coaster, and a Skyrocket 2, they very well could have, but I doubt they ever would. So Steel Venom is definitely less likely than Corkscrew and Excalibur, so I'd say Steel Venom, I'd say is safe for now. And there's 3 available spaces in the park that I could definitely see them adding new rides. The parking lot, the area between Renegade and Excalibur, and by the river. Again, I heard that they flood sometimes, so by the river would probably be the least likely option, but it would be so cool, and it would be very picturesque. They could do the area between Renegade and Excalibur, and it's actually a decent amount of space to work with. I wouldn't be surprised if they do that, if they add a coaster or some sort of area in the near future. It would look great. In the parking lot, by the parking lot, it would be a cool way to walk into the park to see a coaster right there. So that'd be actually pretty cool. So yeah, those are my predictions on if Cedar Fair ever invested into this park, what they could get. You guys agree with this? Let me know down in the comment section below, and please be sure to subscribe to my channel. It means so much to me. I'm trying to get to 200 subscribers, so if you could, please smash the like button and turn on notifications. And hopefully I can see you guys soon. See you guys, bye.